Guys, life really is like this chess game I'm about to show you. You think you're Spider-Man, you're from Marvel, but in reality, I'm gonna show you what I mean by this, and then life just kicks you in the butt. Alright, let's go. So it's about this game. I was playing against a master, and at this point, he could, I've banked everything on this move. I risked everything. You can see what's happening over here. My king is kind of, it has a shield, it has the knight, it has the bishop to protect it, but it also has the enemy queen to come after him. The pawns that are gonna come forward, and I just attacked his knight. So if he moves and I come forward and he drops back, then he will come with a pawn storm, and it's all gonna be over. But he played pawn to f6, and then we swapped pieces. But you might ask, how did we get here? And we'll see what actually happened. Also, stay with me, please. If you're also not really a chess player, stay for the emotion, because like chess and like life, they kick us around and then we need to pursue a comeback. So stay with me. What I mean by this is, here we thought we were Spider-Man, we thought we were so big, and and then life just kicks us, and then we have to formulate a plan, a comeback. So let's see. And also, by the way, the time, right? He had 1 minute and 17 seconds. I had 1 minute and 35 seconds. So let's see the beginning. Going back a lot back, actually small in the beginning. This was the opening, and this is how it all started. I didn't play e5, and this is where it all starts with all the pieces on the board. Now you're here, okay? And now this is the beginning, right? Just like a movie. I'm getting better at this YouTube. I'm trying at the very least. So it's a 3 minute plus 0 seconds, and let's see. I play with black, as I've said in the beginning, against a master. Let's go. Okay, actually 2 seconds increment, so 3 plus 2. So just controlling the center, all right, this is what you want to do in the game of chess. Again, a game on the board. If you're not a chess player, again, doesn't really matter. You have to learn how to play games. You have to have fun. You know what I mean? So knight f6, I bring both knights. This is very standard. Pawn to d6, right? Just to keep it stable, not to allow him to attack my horse. So bishop to e2, he just wants to castle, get his king to safety, out of the danger. Because in the game of chess, we pursue the king to give checkmate to him. So pawn to e6 anyway. I should have played pawn to e5. This is my preparation, and everything is standard over there. But pawn to e6, kind of a wall, kind of a formation over here, right? He just castles, gets his king tucked away. So bishop to e7, I want to do the same. And now here comes the pawns, right? And he wants to come after me. He wants to break my structure, my shield. So I move a6. Why? Because I just want to take this square. It's like a battlefield, right? His horses want to jump around. So now it's no longer available, and I want to put the queen over here. Didn't want to get disturbed by one of his horses. So bishop to f3, just improving the position, right? Queen c7, as mentioned. Why? Because the queen did not move. Remember, guys, you play with the black team and you want to move every single piece once. King h1 to get out of the danger zone, getting the king more tucked away into the corner, more safe, getting out of the diagonal. Knight to a5 to pursue a better square, to get to the dreamland with honey and milk. Pawn to g4, here comes the danger, guys. Triple trouble, right? Better than two pawns. Three. Just moving away my knight, preempting pawn to g5. So he does this anyway, and now pawn to b5. He attacks me on the left side, and I want to attack him on the right side. Play this, and just kick my offensive up on the board. And it's who on who, right? If he opens up the bishop, I have to move this guy over here as well. He didn't move. Gotta make space for my pieces, guys. I have less space. He has more. He has more room to breathe. But this is a little bit of a slow move, I would say, but of like a silent killer, like an assassin. He should prepare something like this. But now this is also an assassin killer. Queen h5. Look, he drops in with the queen, and we're starting to get to the critical point that I've shown you in the beginning. Pawn to b4, just kicking away the knight, just trying to attack. Knight f8. That's why I move the rook because the knight will serve as a defender. This is a key point to protect. This is the base camp. If you went for the rook over here, which he should have done perhaps, for example, rook f3, bishop b7, for example, rook h3, whatever, knight c4, whatever, just staying pawn to f5. Okay, I can take the bishop, but just staying this, and now g6, because he tries to break through, and if I take like this, suddenly there's checkmate because of the rook over here. So he should have put a battery up, but he was a little bit shady, and he pushed the pawn. Still good, because this is the artillery, guys, but only the queen and the two pawns are kind of participating. The bishop is watching over here, and the knight needs to reroute. That's what I've said, but he was hasty. So don't be hasty, guys. This is when life is hasty and we prepare a comeback. Now we need to trade pieces. I want to take, and I want to basically trade this guy for this guy, right? This is what will happen. You'll look at it, and I take the pawn and he takes the pawn. You understand what happened, right? We trade pieces, and we traded the pawns. Because now look, he only has two attackers. My king feels a little bit safer, or at the very least I've opened up some pieces on the e file, which is important. Now knight to c4, I get some play, guys. Suddenly I come alive. I have some vitality. Okay, pawn to g6. Get out, go away, I say, and then I move the bishop. Okay, but watch the clock. 56 against 38. Okay, still good. Almost around 20 seconds time advantage. I hit the horse. He defends it. Just take, and then pawn to d5. I try to break through. Sometimes you have to go like a bulldozer. Like a bulldozer. He cannot take because he drops the rook. Remember the battery, guys. The battery. That's the point. Bishop to f4, kicking away the queen. And now he could take because the rook is defended three times. Now we'll just move the queen away and then try to recapture, or move over here and try to recapture the pawn. But this is what I want. I want to open up the position. I want to get to his king. His pieces are uncoordinated. He kept it close. But now I bring the horse. Let's go. 31 against 25. He's trying on the clock. 26 against 19.8. Okay, now a simple move. He's trying to something, but I don't really care because there are no discoveries. Trying to put the rook against my queen, but just 94 coming through. That was just a mistake. If he took Because he took the bishop, now his king is exposed. Who is gonna protect against this laser beam machine? Because the bishop on just move the pawn. He should have just moved the bishop, perhaps. Kind of makes sense to attack the queen. And now, after something like this, just defend the bishop. You don't want this pawn to move forward, okay? Just keep the bishop guarded like a blockader, all right? Now the pawn moves, and this is a bulldozer. And not only this, but the queen, guys, all right? Just bring the friends, okay? 15.2 against 10.8. It's getting dicey. It's getting dicey. 92 just to remove the defender, all right? Queen h1 is on the cards, all right, to give a checkmate. Knight f3, free piece, okay? He gave me a free piece. He doesn't really have a defense. He should have probably played queen g2, but after this, check. If he goes like this, just queen b5, and then he pinned, I will take the queen, so I'll take the lady, you know. He has to take with the rook, but it's all over. His king is too exposed. My pieces are too good. This rook is not participating. The bishop is doing almost nothing, and I am aggressive. Okay, I have more attackers. Like, look at this: one, two, three against this poor guy has one, two, three, but I have two minor pieces against the rook, so I can grab the rook at any point. I can bring my rook over here, so I will have four attackers. Also the pawn is up here. I can push it forward. It's just all over, like five attackers. So he moved the rook. I take the horse with a check. Now I remaneuver back to hit the king. Okay, let's go. I need to make the video under 10 seconds, under 10 minutes, and this is the checkmate. Okay, and I mean, it's not a checkmate, but he dropped the time. If he moved over here, he will get checkmated. So that's it. That's basically it. Okay, let's go. Now the outro, please. 10 seconds. Okay, very, very quickly. So I have a free challenge for you guys. If you really want it with me as a chess coach, check the description down below. Absolutely free. 6 weeks with me as a coach. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you really liked it, like, comment, and everything like that. engage with me. I'll see you next time. Bye 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 bye.